Hello, everyone. How is it going? Cool. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Today, what are we doing today? Hello, man. Hello. Oh, the chat's coming alive. Hi, everybody. Is my music too loud? I'm loving it because it's just like.
Right, it's KevXP.
KevXP. Just let me know if it's too loud. One, if it's too loud in chat, or anything not one is fine. Anyways, so today I have been doing a whole bunch of work. I have been obsessed with DataViews since we started last week. And it's gone well and it's gone poorly all at the same time. Kevin can attest. I reached out to him because I was trying to do some stuff in TypeScript and I don't know what I'm doing. So anyways, we're not doing that today. We're just going to work on just getting this admin screen happening. So I ran into some issues last week almost immediately when we installed it, and it was just crashing like crazy. And I thought, well, maybe it had something to do with my code, because my code, generally speaking, it's perfect without any issues and requires no help from chat. But it was failing. It was breaking big time. Oop, that's the wrong button. So what I figured out was there's an issue. Well, it's not really an issue. So I'm going to drop this in chat here, and you can take a look. But this is basically what was happening. But the problem was not anything to do with the DataViews component, more to do with the way it was bundled and whether or not you had the latest version of other packages, specifically the components package. So Gutenberg 19.2 was released yesterday, so I've updated that. So my fix was to lock the package at 4.2.0, which was the older one, but now we actually have it available for 4.3. So I'm going to go ahead and try to update this first, because now that I have I can put that actually little stream timer. I'm going to try to install that because I want to get the most recent ones. So I'm going to do that. Oh my god. And hopefully that should install the latest version. There we go. Now if I do npm start. This should build. It built now. Let's go back over here. Refresh this. So no issues so far. Now I want to test something. If I go to my installed plugins and I disable Gutenberg, I'm wondering if this will crash. Well, doesn't seem to be crashing, so maybe it's not an issue anymore, because it seems like every time the package gets bundled, I just need to be sure that it works properly. So I'm not running into any errors here, so I think we're good to go. So anyway, maybe it was a non-issue, but now we're using the most recent version of this stuff. So I just realized I don't want this in here, and I also don't want that in there. So I'm just gonna maybe just run another npm install to clean all that crap up. Anyway, so let's see what we got going on. Let me show you what I have. So npm start. So this DataViews thing is super cool, and it's whoa, that's bad. Okay. Sorry, I had my noise canceling weirdness on, and I can hear my own thoughts in my brain. It was very awkward. So anyways, okay, so this is what we have going on. So basically, if you remember, a recap of what we're doing is we've got all of these schema. The schema are ingested from schema.org. Where is it? I think I need to go into docs, developer, wherever that was, developers, and in here. So all of these schema, we'll take, they're all in here. So what we've done now is we've ingested these, and each one of these is its own post type, or its own post, and then it actually has all of the tags, all of its properties available to it. Now the properties also have term meta, and the term meta indicates what these properties can be represented by, and that can be either a simple data type or a more complicated data type. So in the example of, say, job posting, which is what started this madness, we can look at, for example, base salary, right? So base salary can be, it can be used on one of two schemas. So that's why we use the taxonomy, because we wanted to be able to create that term and associate it with both job posting and employee role. But in addition to that, it can be represented by one of three types. It can be a monetary amount, it can be a number, which is just a simple type, and then we can have a monetary amount. And if we look at that, a monetary amount has a large number of things that it can be, it can do, and price specification can also be that. So we need to connect all that data. So now we've done that, which is super cool. And so the next step now is we determined that there's no possible way for us to know what our users want to do here, in the sense of like how they want to have these built out. So we decided to build a little I don't know what I changed there, but to build a little admin tool here. So what I've done, I'll show you the code for this. So in my admin, not in the app, in the all patterns, what we're doing, there's a whole lot of stuff that's related to the fields, but essentially what I'm doing is I'm retrieving all of the entities, like all the records, based on these settings. So I have a whole lot of use states in here for set page, set per page, set order by, set order, set search, and set enable. And basically what it means is if I come in here and I change the items per page to 50, it'll update that query and it'll requery and give me 50. It'll handle the pagination all by itself, and I can jump to a specific page. Oh, you can't see that. I'm totally in the way. So I'll move this up a little bit so you can see it. I'll zoom this in too. So you can see I've got like 18 pages. So if I set this value to 100, I'll get 9 pages because I know I have 900 records, right? And so it paginates and loads and does all that stuff. That is way too zoomed in for my liking. Anyways, so that's what that is doing. So we can also sort by name. So I can sort in ascending order, which I've done here. Or I can go in descending order, so on and so forth. I can also search, right? So I can. Here's a word job posting. So right. So we kind of built this out. So it queries. Now this was no small effort, because if you remember in the DataViews, in Wanma's article, which is a fantastic article, you got to go read it. If you've never worked with the DataViews, this is a fantastic starting point for it. It shows this little helper function that's called, and I'll find it, don't you worry. It's in here somewhere. Nice. I am also far too into the music. I'm quite loving it. I can share the playlist if you guys want it. It's a Spotify playlist, and it's very it's streaming friendly apparently. So the function that we're looking for is this one called filter, sort, and paginate. Right here. Is there a? And so it's part of the DataViews package. So the filter, sort, and paginate, I'll zoom in a little bit there so you can see it, is really handy. So it does all of the filtering, all of the sorting, all that stuff, right? Earl Davies asks if it is. It is. I have a repo that I just put together the other day. Now keep in mind it's raw right now, and I need to add more to it. But the basis of what we have going on right now is in that repo. So feel free to grab it, star it, delete it, rewrite my crap code, whatever. So this filter, sort, and paginate function is fantastic if you have all of the data available, right? And which is great. So like if I had 100 records, right? 100 items that I wanted to show, I could pass all that data into there. This represents the records, the data that we're sorting, and this is the view and the fields. I can go into that in a little bit, but this handles all the pagination. Oh no, it's to Drayson. This handles all that stuff, and it's really helpful. But where it falls down is when you have data that's not
right. It's Drayson.
There he is. That's not final, because what it wants to do. So I ran into some problems with it when I was trying to, let me kill that search. So I wanted, ooh, oh, that's interesting. Interesting. Okay, so there's a bug there. So anyways, so I wanted to load the first 100. Like I have 900 records.
Oh, great.
So there's
It's filled.
absolutely no way. There's no way that I want to load 900 records all at once. There's just no way. That's bad for performance. It's just, it takes forever, and it's just not something that I want to do. So I could load like the first 100, no problem, or the first 50, or the first 20, or whatever it was. But then the pagination would be all broken, because what it tries to do, that function specifically, is in behind the scenes. If we look at, I'll just import it here. It's like a filter sort of pagination. So if I look at how that works, right down here at the bottom, what it tries to do is if you modify the per page, it tries to slice of the existing records. So if I have 100 records and I'm showing 100 records and I want to load the next 100, if I change the per page to 2, it says, well, okay, I'm going to take the second set of 100 from this data set that only has 100, so it shows up as empty results. So all that to say that we basically have to roll our own way of querying and modifying and doing all of that stuff. So that's what I've done here. So essentially I'm trying to rebuild that. So I can take you through it here. I'm going to sort of hide some of this stuff and we can maybe get into it a little bit. But so DataViews has got this fantastic prop called is loading. That's how you get the that screen, that little circle doodad. I don't know why I looked over here. You guys are up here. Y'all are up here. So that is being pulled directly from use entity records. Sorry, my wife is sending me pictures. Gotta go on do not disturb. Okay. Anyways, so that's gonna get, that's that. So this total items and total pages is also provided by the entity records request, and that's how we build out our pagination. So we have this total items and total records, right? So that's how we can build up this. So the total items is meh, and the total, no, sorry, it does the math to figure it out, right? So that's that. This console on change thing, I don't know how that works, but anyways, so the rest of it is pretty much just setting up our records. So our default layouts, we have a table layout. The layout indicates that the primary field is title. I don't really fully understand why we define a primary field. I don't really know why that matters. I probably just have to look at it. I just haven't. But the fields are an array of objects. So this is our title field. The idea is titled, the label is name, and then this get value allows you to take whatever the record is and return what the value should be. So in our case, because we're returning post data, we want to get the title, that item, the title that rendered, and I'm realizing I should probably do this just for safety, right? This enables whether or not you can search by this title. This enables whether or not you can sort this particular field, and this is whether or not you can hide it. So that's the name, which is here, nice and easy, right? So then we've got it enabled. So this is a custom status that I've added in. So what we want to be able to do is we want to say, okay, I don't want this record, or sorry, I don't want this schema. This schema doesn't make any sense. I don't want to use it for my particular thing, so we're not going to generate a pattern for it. So what it's going to do, this basically, same thing, enabled the status, and then the elements are either status enabled true, or sorry, the label's enabled. So this has to do with filtering, and I'll show you that in a second. So this is the label that it appears, and this is the value that it's going to look for. So this is postmeta behind the scenes, and it's going to be, it's Boolean and it's true or false. So in our render, I'm getting the meta entity prop from this post ID, right? I should call this post. Let's change that, because this is actually going to be, oh wait, no, it's not. It's actually a named thing. So we'll leave it as item, I guess. I guess we could do that. Or we could just call it post. But I don't think you know what? I'm just going to leave it easy. Item, right? So then this is going to retrieve the meta. This is going to be edit. This is how we save it. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm creating a checkbox, and that checkbox is going to it's going to update the post meta for that particular thing. But to do that, what we have to do, it's a two-step process. So we want to edit an entity record, and then we want to save the edited entity record. And this is pulled off the core store. We use dispatch. So our label here is just going to be if it's enabled, we're going to say it's enabled. If it's not enabled, we're going to say it's disabled. Magic. And then on the change event, we're going to edit the entity record of the entity type is post type, the entity actual type, like the entity itself instance is schema, and then the item ID, which represents the post ID. And we're going to set the meta for it, and then we have to actually call the save. So we're going to do that. So that's how we're saving it. So if I come in here now and I say I want to turn off add action, but boop, and I refresh it, you can see where's add action. There's the next page. Where do we do it here? There it is. So you can see add action is actually set to disabled. Cool. So then the get value is how we're returning it. So get value, this gets past the instance of the post, and there's there's a meta property there, and it checks to see if enable is in there, and it just returns the value of that. And again, enable sorting, enable hiding. So we don't want to sort by this. Maybe we could, but we have another way of doing that. And then I have a filter. So basically the operators for this filter, so we can filter this thing by whether an is, and then it goes and looks at the filter, at the elements that we've set up here. So if I come in here, I'm going to just refresh this. I'm going to say I want to filter by status. I want to set everything to disabled. So it's going to do a query and show me all the disabled ones. I can change that to enabled ones, and then I get all the enabled ones, or I can just remove that filter, and I should, if I refresh this now, I should see the 3D model shows up in there. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Then there's a couple other things we should probably talk about, where they go. So a few things I've moved them inside the component, because our actions are basically how I'll get to that. Our view is basically setting how this works, like what this looks like, the order, all that sort of stuff, right? So this becomes important. So if we define this, we're setting the type to table because that's the only type that we're using. Our per page is pulled in from the per page state item that is being set or used to query. And then we have the layout is going to be the default.table.layout, and then our fields, this is the order in which the fields appear. So you can define your fields in any order, and then you can say in your view what you actually want them to appear as by default. And then down here there's this really whole big old thing here. This is the on change view. So anytime something happens in the view, let me just show you what I mean by that. So anything that happens in the view, you get this object. You cannot see that. I'm going to put me over there again. So you can see we've got fields, we've got layout, we've got page 1, per page is 10, search is 0, type is table. So let's say I were to come into here. I'm going to clear that out. I want to set my per page to 50. So now you can see I've got, okay, my per page has been set to 50, and it's still all of this type. So in that on change view callback, what I'm doing is I'm taking the relative pieces that I need and setting them to state, and then having my query is being updated. Okay, so for example, the per page, if I want to see whatever the per page is, it comes in from the data. I set per page to the per page of that, right? And then it just the use effects, the use entity records just updates. And same with set page and set enabled, and all this stuff. So I have some searching. So if you do search, you can search by relevance and all this sort of stuff. So a lot going on in there. And then finally, at the very end, what we're doing is we're using the set view function, which was defined up here, to actually set the current state of the view. Any questions about that? There's a lot. That's a lot. That's a whole ton of stuff. Anyways, we'll get into it. You can see it. Okay, the next thing is the actions. So the actions are actually defined in here. So when I click on one of these actions, right, what I want to do is I'm actually going to be in my actions. I want to call this edit. I'm going to change the name. Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. Sorry. So I have this onSelect function that's passed into to the prop. But basically what this is going to do is this is going to indicate which record we're going to save, and then it's going to transition to a new screen that will show us all the properties for that particular thing. So that looks like this. So let's look at the About page. Let's look at the About page. You edit this. So now the About page loads, and I see all of the properties that are associated with this thing. I have to put a title. Like I need to clean this up a bit. But basically, at this point, what this is going to be, this. I wonder if am I still console logged? I'm gonna have to look here. So the object looks like this. So okay, so all the properties are going to be listed here. Then my idea was I was going to click this, have a modal pop up, so you can choose from the drop down, or maybe we can just do it in there. Because if there's more than one, then we're going to have to choose which one we want, and we're going to map all that stuff. What do you think? Clear as mud? Clear as mud. So to do this, I've got my app, right? I'm pulling in my app. My app now has two components. It's got the all patterns component, and it's got the selected pattern components. This is really, really basic, super duper basic. Like I was thinking maybe I should use React Router and do all this stuff. I don't need to. So I've got all patterns, which is basically all the patterns, and this is the selected pattern, which is going to show the properties. They're both going to get this. Well, this is going to get. Actually, I realize I'm going to have to set this on select here too. This is just managing state, and so when this is called like that, so then the pattern gets the selected pattern, and then I'm going to actually say on select. We're going to pass this back in here because what I want to do is. This is probably not a good name for it, but I'm going to use this to set it to null to essentially take us back to where we need to be. And maybe that pattern's not the right place to do it. So anyways, cool. I need a drink after all that talking. I feel like I glazed it over. Well, so T. Drayson, that's what I'm doing. I want to show a couple things actually in here. So I'm not building any blocks, right? I don't think there's a block JSON in there at all. There is not. So I'm going to go ahead and just remove all of this stuff. We don't need any of that. Am I using WP query somewhere? Was I using WP query somewhere? No. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so we got rid of this. We'll get rid of this. I'm just going to clean this file up a little bit because we moved this into a class. Move all this stuff. Oh, there we go. Yeah, come on. That's weird. Okay, so this is our class. We have some data types. Got all our hooks, rocking and rolling in here. So what I've had to do was I had to do a couple of things. I had to actually make a change. I had to filter the REST query for our schema post type because the meta query is not supported in the REST endpoint. By default, and we need that because we need to be able to retrieve the enable status, right? So that's what this is doing. I should do that. Yeah. Enable the query to retrieve. What in the actual deuce is going on here? Oh, come on. Let's stop. There we go. It's going to be enable meta query. Lord. Okay. Yeah, that's not. I was able to simplify some of the CSS as well because I renamed this from styles with an S to just style, and that made it all one thing. I also registered a term meta. So without doing this, the term meta works, but it doesn't appear in the REST response. So I added that in there. Everything else is pretty much as it was, I think, last week. Trying to remember. We did. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff going on. Get rid of. So yeah. So that's pretty much everything that's going on in there. Big old class. So. Okay, so now let's get into doing some mapping and trying to do some mapping. So let's edit this. So now I'm gonna go into my selected pattern. So again, in here I've got my properties. I've got my fields. I've got my default layouts and all of that stuff. I copied and pasted a lot of this stuff, so I'm just probably gonna have to get rid of some of it. So we'll just have to see how that works. Right. So in here. So in this case, I'm retrieving 100 of them because I figure I don't think there's anything that's got more than 100. That's kind of the technical limit of use entity records anyway. So I'm going to pull that, and it's going to include so pattern.property represents the actual post type. I think it's actually showing in here. So in here I've got property. So this is the IDs of all of the linked tag terms. So I'm just going to pass that. And that's going to retrieve, that's how we get everything. And then my view is blah, blah, blah. And then I'm actually using this filter, sort, and paginate because we don't need to do anything else. Once we have that stuff, we can just use this. And so what this is doing, this is pagination info. So this is just basically setting it up for us to use this properly. And like, it's always set to 100 because there's probably not 100, anyways. So this edits, so this is where I'm going to be doing this stuff. So this is rendering the modal, but in my fields, what I need to do. So this is where I want to see what we got in here. So let's go console.log. I allow types, right? So this is gonna, is that what it's called? I have to see here in a second. Here. Okay, it's undefined. So the object that I have, you know what I need? I need to see, I need to look at what item is. I'm just gonna console log item. This is already gonna get annoying because I'm gonna have to switch from this. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hijack this in a second. So the ID is 10055, and I'm going to, in my app, I'm going to switch to number 10055. No, okay. What is that? 100. What is that? What is this? Okay, so 40292. That's the ID that I'm going to use. 40292. So this should take me in automatically. Oh. Oh. What? Come on. Is that a post? Oh my god. I just need a post. Come on, Ryan. Let's use job posting. Because I like job posting. The one in here is what's the post? So this is it. This is the post ID. Oh no, it's a full object. It's a full object. That's really annoying. Okay. So maybe I can steal it. Super fun. Okay, let's see some more. So what's this? Nope. Here. Boom. Edit. So that's it. Can I can copy this, right? Copy object. I'll just put this in here. That did it. Did that do it? Is that it does it? Sure. Let's see. Let's ooh, okay. See what that does. Oh, damn. Okay, that worked. Beautiful. All right, cool. Okay, so I'm close. So now I can just work with this every single time. So what in here now, what I want to do is I want to go inspect, console. I'm going to kill this. Oh, this is weird. Okay. So allowed types. It is allowed underscore types. Okay. So where was I? Selected pattern. So it's going to be. If I do it as a string, allowed type.
Right, it's from new era.
Who? From new era. Okay, so we should refresh this now. Oh, you're gonna be like that, are you? What am I doing wrong? Welcome, throw new error. Oh, great, it's Ryan. It is. It's great. Deal with it. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna do this. What is the JS explode array? Oh no, explode string. Is it split? Split. Yeah. Okay. And then, so I can pass what I want to split it by. Okay, cool. All right. So I'm gonna say const types equals allowed to no, get out of here, dot split. Basically I built this so it has an array of types now, so I figured I'd just save it as a string because it was easier, and so I should be able to see all the strings now. Yeah, there we go. So schema text, so there we go. So now in here what I can say is if types.length is, I guess, greater than 1, right? I need to do, we're going to need to do a, right? We're going to need to do a select out, else. I guess we're just going to show types 0, right? Right. Oh, YPest? YPest is not a thing? Okay. I'm just going to import. Where's the, I'm going to do select control. Let's do this. Select control. Options. It's gonna be, yeah, that's what we're gonna do, and we should get that right. So this command we should see. Ooh. Oh, you know why? I need to return it. There we go. So that was horrible. So this is basically the idea. So now when we select one of these, we'll need to save this. Oh, I don't mind you throwing an error. What autocomplete or AI are you using? I'm not using any AI. What? Oh, sorry. In here, this is GitHub Copilot. That's all it is. But I've been playing around with Cursor. Have you guys heard of Cursor? It's essentially this VS Code with a it's a fork of VS Code, I think, or it's like a Oh, here we go. First time chat, first time ban. Be gone. Yes. Yeah. So that's what that is. But Cursor seems pretty good. Yeah, I like Copilot. It does get in the way a little bit, but it's also makes my life a lot easier with JavaScript. But there's this thing called Cursor, which you should look it up. Cursor, Cursor. Yeah. So this is basically VS Code with, right? Yeah, this is basically VS Code with AI in it. It looks pretty good. I think there's a paid model for it, but some of the folks I work with have been talking about it, and they quite like it. So, anyways, I haven't played with it, but yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it's got ChatGPT built in, and I think there's other models. I don't know a lot about it, but it looks pretty neat. Okay, cool. So I don't know what to do here. How we should do this from a UI standpoint. I don't love this. I don't really like it. I mean, we should probably have, we're gonna do this. Oh, come on now, do that every time. Oh, here's my kids yelling at each other. They're both home from school today, which is super awesome. I'm gonna say, you can probably hear him screaming up there. Okay, cool. So yeah. So basically, if there's only one option, then there's only one option. I don't think we have to do anything. But if there's more than one option, which looks like there is a whole bunch, we need to figure out where to save that stuff. I don't know. Anyway, so that's one way of doing it, just doing it right in here, or we could do a modal. I'm wondering if we could like set the mapping in a modal, which would be a little bit better. I don't know. I was also thinking that there might be a means for us to like basically build out URLs, so you can be like, I don't know what that thing is, so you can click on it and go see it. Do you know what I'm saying? So we could look at doing something like that. So so the other thing we need to do is we'll need to get all of the meta. Because this post type, we're going to need to retrieve the post meta for this, I think, because that's how we're going to store. Because anyways, so with this additional type, we can it can be text or URL, but this is for job posting, which reminds me we have to put something in here so we know that it's actually from job posting. So we'll have to build that out. Well, this needs to be saved with the post that it's associated with, not the term, because this additional type might, like the base salary, like we know at that base salary can be represented on two different things, and these may be different how we want to set it up. So I think that's what we got to do. So so we're gonna have to write this back to post meta. So it's the same idea as before, right? Where we have to basically steal. Basically, we have to steal this code. Where did I put that code? Where did I put that code? In the render, in the onChange. We're going to need this stuff. Yeah, we're going to need that. So to do that, we need to retrieve this. In the render, we're going to need to retrieve this. And all that stuff. So where are we in the render? Here. This item what I need is a reference. What I need is a reference to how we can do that, because I think this item, I'm going to just hide that stuff for now. Because item is going to be the meta for this term ID, not pattern. So what we're going to have to do, oh, I get it. We're going to have to Okay, we're gonna have to put this in a different place, I think. How are we gonna do that? Okay, sorry, I'm thinking, so the problem here is that this item doesn't refer to the post, it refers to the term. So I need to be able to, so I should be getting, so this is getting all the terms, properties, and so then what I need to do is get pattern. So I have pattern, so I should be able to get all the post meta that way. Okay, so this is the properties. Sure, yeah, properties, and this is going to be post meta, because I need to retrieve and I also need to set the post meta for meta for the pattern, right? So I should do this. So pattern is going to have maybe like that. So I should be able to console that log meta, and I should see the meta get pulled in when this gets loaded. Let's just say console and get rid of that. And we'll do this. Okay, so we're going to go in here, meta, undefined meta. Meta's enabled, just true. So okay, so we have the meta. So this meta is fine because this is the how we do it. This is how we do it. This is yeah, meta stuff. So anyways, so I have meta, and then I think what I need to do, I think I need to move fields inside my component. I think I'm gonna need to do this. This feels a little weird, but we're gonna see. I need to put underneath the state, all these hooks, I think. So I think if I put it here, right, because now I should have access to, would I not have access to an item pattern in here because it's just an array? I don't know. Get rid of that. Would that not be the case? I don't know if that's going to work or not. Let's see. Yeah, so I do have the pattern. Okay, so then what I can do, okay, so now I have my pattern. We've got the allowed types. We're going to show that. So then I'm going to actually move my post meta. No, I'm not, because I don't need to make that request every single time for every single field. I just need to be able to retrieve this. So this is the correct way of doing that, I think. And then what I want to do is in the, so I need not change here. Right, I can take the value. And that's where I need to dispatch what I was doing before in the all patterns. Right here on entity record, right, like that. Right, so I need to change. Okay, I think there's a. Okay. The first thing that I'm thinking is that we want to basically, maybe we just want to do. I don't know if I want to do this. Make a save on every single one. I'm wondering if maybe we want to do some batch changes and then introduce a save button, like save mappings, right? Maybe that's something that we should do. But for the meantime, let's just do this. So we need another piece of post meta, I think. So let's figure out. Let's think about that post meta. Paul, are you here, Paul? Paul, you here? I'm gonna ping Paul in Slack. See if he's around. Get over here. All right. So what I'm thinking now is we need a mapping array. Is that what we need? Yeah, I think we need that. So schema. So just for the sake of whatever, let's make this a string, right? We'll make it a string. Will we not make it a string? Will we make it a string? I don't know how we save the status type. So right now, this is going to be, we'll call this mapping. Okay, so the mapping is going to be in there now. So if I refresh this, I'm just going to hit slack. Wouldn't it be great if I just quit OBS? That'd be fun. Okay, so now in here, whoa, what is that? Register meta was called, oh, what? Oh, I don't need a default. Don't need a default for that. I just need that. So this should be fine. So that's the only, okay. Okay, so the pattern's good. So if we look in pattern, meta is enable true. You know what? I'm going to say, I'm going to call this, I'm going to put default in. I just want to make sure it's actually being registered. Come on now. And then we set this to this mapping. We should be able to see that. Come on, pattern. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, well, maybe it needs to save something. I don't see it. Okay. The default's going to be mapping. It's attached to the schema code shown as single is true, just type the string. Default is mapping. Okay. So what I think we need to do here is in the selected pattern, what we're going to do is I'm going to take the, so we're going to do this. We're going to say this, oh God, okay. Const, new mapping is going to be, we need two values here. We're going to need the, I'm going to do it like a thing, and it's going to be, no, this will be definitely value, right? We'll put a string in there, and then we're going to need, like whatever what's the property that we're actually dealing with? Item.meta, allow types.length. So this becomes, this would be item, it must be item.name, right? Oh, I can probably tell you this again. Yeah, item.name. Okay, so we're gonna put item.name, like that. Now we're gonna take the mapping array, and we're going to take whatever mapping was, and it's probably an easier way of doing this, and we're gonna add the new mapping to it, like that. And then we're gonna save it. You know what I'm saying? Why are y'all so quiet? Talk to me, Goose. It's happening. It's happening. Okay, let's go. Schema text. Boom, boom. Oh, entity record is not defined. That's because I probably didn't import it properly. I didn't, because I'm a dope. All right, where did I do that? Right here is where I did that. Right above the return. Where am I? Sure. What the deuce? What the deuce? It might be. I think this the render, yeah, I think it might be happening in there, which is not super awesome. So let's see. So got that. So let's go schema text. Still, mapping's not defined. The deuce you talking about? Oh, you know why? Because I don't think I grabbed it. It's not that. It'll be meta dot mapping. That's what that'll be. I'm going to, that's a really good point. It seems to be doing it. I don't know. Maybe I need to get some use memo happening or something going on in here, but, which I can figure out in a moment. I just want to get this working. So did that work? Did network just make a call? Pivot. Oh, there you go. Okay, so we've got mapping. Huh. Schema. Oh, because it's the default's mapping. I have to get rid of that. So that's gonna be all screwy. So I get loaded. So let's grab base salary. We'll set it to
What
a
the
number.
deuce?
We made a request. Morning, hey Paul. So now we've got mapping addition and schema, schema number. Okay, so look, so we're adding our, so schema additional types is going to be schema text. Schema, I think I need to change that. That's going to get super confusing. Oh, you? Who did that? From where? You're the best. You're the best. Yeah, I think we're gonna do it that way. So now what I need to do is I need to, okay, So I have meta available to me, do I not? I have meta.mapping, I do. So this is going to be interesting. So what I need to do is go, so I need to split it, and then I need to filter it, right? I guess, right? No, I need to map it. Oh, guys, this is good. Okay. This is gonna get confusing. I'm gonna start here, and I'm gonna do console.log selected type. So the selected type should be an array at this point. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna check this out. Oh, excuse me. Just let me know if this is okay. So mapping. Okay, so first things first. That's ridiculous. I have to get rid of that. So we got 1, 2, 3. So then what I need to, oh, you know what? I have to delete all this post meta. I have to delete all this post meta, which I will do easily in my database right now. And I will, yeah, stupid that it does that. So post meta, select data. We're going to search for post ID is equal to whatever the job posting post is, which is right there. Search for that. And I'm just going to go ahead and I was going to delete that. Okay, there we go. So now we can do this properly. So I'm going to, this should be nothing. So set the types is nothing. That's great. So I'm just going to set this to, the additional type is going to be whatever, text, right? So we've got schema. So schema colon additional type hyphen schema colon text. So this is property is mapped to type. What's not intuitive? Sorry, what? Wait a minute. Pause. Earl Davies, what do you mean? What's not intuitive? Like what I'm doing is not intuitive? Oh, like the render thing? Oh, the render stuff. Yeah, I think I should probably try to use memo maybe on it in some way, shape, or form, so it's not constantly rendering. But I don't know. I have to figure that out. Like I could probably wrap this in the use memo. No, yeah, DataViews. Well, the DataViews are they're still kind of experimental, so we're still kind of working through them here. So okay, so we've got this, right? So the split is like that. So then well, yeah. I mean, yes and no, because you're technically, like, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like an overlay. Like when I roll over that, something's happening, right? Yeah, it's kind of always doing it. But maybe we can, like the render is called, but maybe what we need to do is you know, do some things here. I don't know what I'm saying. So the select type, we're gonna split. You know what? I'm gonna do this elsewhere. I don't think I need to do that. So I have meta. Right? I need to do that in here. I guess I need to do that in here. Well, but it, like, hover in a React standpoint, like on, you know, if something's changing, if a class is changing, then state is being changed. That's what bad do chord is saying. So like to change that class, to do this, add that class, like the highlight or whatever. There's some state in there that's being modified, which then makes everything re-render. It should make all of its children re-render. So technically, that's probably a thing. Now I'm sure we can probably fix that up. It is a CSS. It is CSS, but in order to make that change, you have to add or remove a class, right? So let's like see. So it's happening down here. I'm pointing with my finger, like right down in here. This, you know, so that when that class is changed, that class is changed in state, and then the state triggers re-renders.
Great, it's CR0 ibit.
Well, there might be other things going on too. So like, for example, you see this thing? This is being shown and hidden, right? So I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm sure there's reasons why it's done in this way, right? But I don't know. Because this is going to be actually shown and hidden based on state as well. So that's probably why they're doing it that way. Like you can't, like, I don't think you can't trigger a state change with the CSS hover pseudo selector, right? So I think that's why we're in that. Anywho, but I don't disagree with you. So it seems a bit heavy-handed to be doing all that. Okay, so I'm just gonna say mappings. Mappings. I feel like I should be doing this in a different way. I feel like what I should be doing is I feel like I should be moving this outside up here because I don't need to do this. I just need to do this once. I basically just need to do, I don't know. Should it be done in here? It's going to be Bennington mapping.split, right? So then, and here if I console, oh, thanks, Earl Davies. Appreciate you you adding your well-informed opinion. And Corey, I will see your face at WordCamp US. I'm very excited about that. So let's see what happens here. So console dot log. I'm gonna say all mappings, right? So not there. I should be able to get all mappings. All mappings. It's undefined. It's undefined. It's undefined. It's undefined. It's undefined. Woo! Selected type is not defined. I broke something. Okay. Where is selected type coming from? Selected type. Selected type. Oh, console logging something that doesn't exist. So, okay, so this is what I want. So all mappings are going to look like this. We want to be able to do, how should I do this? So I have a split. The all mappings are split, right? So there's an empty array. Why the deuce is there an empty array? Seems weird. Oh. Ooh. Oh, I think what I want to do, you know what, I'm going to do this a different way. So I have all mappings up here. That's my array, right? I'm going to take all mappings, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to say all mappings dot push new mapping, and then what is it? Is join like that. That's what I think I want to do, because what was happening here was this was prepending the in front of it. That's not what I want to do. So I take the all mappings, right, which will be an array, and then we're going to join it, blah 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 blah. That's what we're going to do. So I have to come back in here, I think, again, and refresh this query. Yeah, look, see, that's wrong. Stupid Ryan. Delete. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Let's go back in here. Hey, Corey. That's awesome. Why don't you go ahead and write for the developer blog, my friend? Let's get you in there. Let's do it. I think you should do it. All right, so let's see. We're going to do schema text. Oh! All mapping stuff. What? Is it not an array? Oh, what done wrong there? So there's no mappings. So we do this. Give me that. Why is that? Oh, what? Join is not a function. Can I not do that? It should be joined. What? Why is that not a function? Let's see. I think my son's coming out here to tell on my daughter. I heard some screaming. So we'll see. Oh, see what happens. Okay, all mappings. It's got 2 items in it now. Oh, hey, buddy, look, you're live.
You're very mean.
Okay. You want to say hi to everybody?
I don't like her.
I know. Just say hi to everybody.
Hi,
Okay.
everyone.
Hi, everyone. Okay. You good? All right. See you later. Can you close the door? They're just yelling at each other. Okay, what is happening here? So why is that happening? All mappings is there. I need to do this. I'm going to say new. They're still arguing. These are some JavaScript. Yeah. New mappings. I don't understand. So, but joins doesn't work? Does join work? So weird. Why? Why is this not happening? Maybe, oh, because I probably, can I not chain that? Can I just do, maybe I have to do it this way. Can you not chain that? That's so weird. Okay, so then let's do this. Okay, so we're gonna push on the new mappings onto there. All right, so we're gonna create. I'm gonna get rid of this variable. I don't need this variable. Oh, those two. You hear them fighting over there. I'll turn this car around. Alright, so I hope that's going to work. So if I pick one of these now. Okay, so then I'm going to need to. This is going to re-render, I think, every time. I don't know why there's that empty array at the beginning, but I'll have to figure that out. So let's see. So then if I come down here and I go whatever text, there we go. So that's working. Okay. So whatever that is, I don't know. That's very strange. So you can't push and join after you push. That seems crazy to me. Anyway, okay, cool. So now what I have to do is I have to figure out what the options are. So in the all mappings, I'm going to map. I'm going to basically, what am I going to do? Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to say const selected mapping. I want to go. What do I want to do? I want to filter. Find. Right? So find. What does find return? It returns. Right. I think what I want to do, I'm just gonna. So in selected, this is gonna break, but. Okay, cool. So this has got each one of the ones. So what I want to do is I want to split that out. I'm going to need to split that out. So I'm going to say const split. This is going to be name value. Right, name value is going to be mapping split. And I'm going to say name. Oh, that's interesting. So is item.name, right? No. I gotta think this through here. So we're getting close. Right, so this is gonna be the name value. So I'm gonna loop through each one. It's gonna show me this stuff. So name and value. So I want item name is equal to, no, what? Okay, what? Yes. So if is the name, what right? If item name, right? Don't I want to return?
He's very mean.
Okay, hey buddy, you're telling the whole internet that your sister's mean. Is that okay? Not the whole internet. You're telling 6 people on the internet.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Guess what? She said I can't be in your YouTube videos, but I can.
You can. Well, come sit down. Come sit down with me. Come sit right here, and we'll write some code together. Okay? Uh-oh! Someone turned the lights out. Here, press that button for me right there. There you go. And try it again. Didn't work. There we go. And now say there and go, Kevin.
Kevin.
There you go. Press that button.
Kevin.
See? All right. Let's see what happens. Okay, I don't think I'm doing this right. Selected mapping is going to be selected mapping. It's really fun in here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, totally, man. Totally.
Kevin.
Kevin. Yeah, that's what I say every time I talk to that guy.
Kevin.
Kevin.
I say again.
You can say it again.
Kevin. Kevin.
Okay. This is wrong. Okay. What am I?
Can I take a sticker?
Yeah, you can take a sticker. Oh, here. This one I got from Corey, from a guy named Corey, who's on the stream right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
What the deuce?
Show the camera. Up there. See? All right. Can you go hang out with your sister?
I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
Can
All
I
right.
stay with you instead?
Yeah, you stay with me a little bit, I guess. Just a little bit. You can do that. Let's see. Am I getting anything with the selected mapping? I don't know. I'm not getting anything with the selected mapping. Oh, I have to roll over that, don't I? Boop, boop. Interesting. I think I want to filter this. Let's filter. Okay. Right. That's enough.
Where's my voice?
Well, we can't hear our own voices on this.
Kevin!
Kevin! Okay. Alright. I want you to have a freezy, okay? Oh. What are you doing?
Is it lost?
Yeah, look. Okay. Okay, this is very professional. Alright, get out of here. Go over freezy, okay? Tell your sister I said it's okay. Alright, come here. High five. Okay, get out of here. Stink fart. Okay. Sorry, guys. Well, I'm not that sorry. He's a ton of fun. Okay, so what am I doing wrong here? What am I doing wrong? So the mapping. I'm gonna console log mapping here. Console.log mapping. So I should get the mapping. I just think I'm not doing this right. This is all probably wrong because filter's got to return true, right? So we're gonna do that. Oh no, that's not the right thing. So what do we got here? Because mapping is going to be schema. Okay, so then I'm going to do a split. So filt. You can't hear what he just said, but he just went in and goes, I'm allowed to have a freezy, and you can't stop me. Oh, kids. What are you gonna do with it? You know? So that's that, and that's that. Okay, so then we're gonna say if name is value 0, which should be the additional type, right? If that's equal to the name, we are going to return true. No, I'm just gonna return this, right? So that's all I need. Now, technically, what is the problem with you? I don't need that. So this should give me basically an array of 1, I think. What the hell? Why is selected mapping not... Why is this not... Why is... I don't even see that. Am I the only one who thinks that's crazy? Oh! That's why. You know what, Kevin? I am very boring. You've met me in real life. I'm boring as all get out. What is this? I think, is name wrong? No. Name. Okay, let's check this out. Console.log. I want to see name value, and item. See let's reduce there. Empty name value. So schema additional type. So schema at the top. So schema additional type. So if name value 0 is matching to this, right? Is that not the case? Is it because it's a loose? It's quite literally not I don't need that. So okay. So what the actual what? Selected mapping. Ah. Oh. Oh. If I turn that into a map, will that work? I just want to filter empty values. How do I just JS array filter empty? Just to filter what is this? What is it? It's gotta be the way to do that. Right? Filter elements. Sure. Oh, filter boolean. Oh, let's try that. Let's try that. I don't know if it's gonna work. Okay, that seems to be right. Filter boolean, select the types, and then I'm gonna say that's so janky. This is so janky. There's gotta be a better way of doing this. Schema-based salary, right? So what's the label? So it's gonna be schema text. Oh wait, no. Schema-based salary is wrong. So it has to go the other way around. So it's not gonna be that. We're gonna return item.name. Right? Yeah, return item.name. Right? The actual ship. We'll get there. Let's see. So that should be in there. So am I using the wrong? Value. That's why. Because it's not. Because I'm an idiot. It should be value, not selected. Value. That's not selected. Hey! Finally! Basic JavaScript filter, array filtering. Well done, Ryan. Well done. Well done. This feels super janky. There must be a better way of doing that. Okay, well, that's sort of working. Now we just have to choose. Something weird, there's a whole bunch of that going on. Where's the console display? I'm not 67. This is about that stuff. So this is all being saved. All right. Does that make sense? Does this make sense what I'm doing? I don't know. I mean, I got it working. It's super jank, and resetting it's going to be exceptionally fun because I want to basically on this on change. I don't want to. I need to know what the old value was, which is great. I think there's a better way of doing this. I don't know. I'm trying to think this through here. I'm trying to think it through. What do we think? What do we think? Chat, need some help. This is going to be super. Like, if I wanted to change that, or like if I want to unset it. Oh, wait, do I ever need to unset it? I don't know if I ever want to unset it because it needs to be set. Otherwise, it won't work, right? And maybe instead of choose, it's going to be not mapped. All right, so we'll say that instead. Not mapped. It's fine. And I think maybe with not mapped, it just doesn't show up. No good. What's no good? What's no good, Kev? Shouldn't really mutate and react, especially out of scope. What are we talking about? We're talking about this stuff? Oh, this. Oh, I see what you're saying. Right. I should be going like const new mapping. Right, new mappings. It'll be just an array, and it'll spread all mappings, and then add that to it. That's what I should be doing, right? That's what you're saying. That's totally right. Of course, it's totally right. You made a wise choice, my friend. Who was that? Who just followed? Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. This is what we should be doing, right, Kev? Because that's new state. Thanks. Good. Thanks for the call out there. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's you're 100% right, because that's gonna cause all kinds of weird re-renders and stuff. So that's gonna be the appropriate way to do it. Now the other thing I need to figure out now. Yeah. Okay. This I hate, but we're gonna clean this up. We're gonna make this a little bit better. You know what? Instead of this, I'm gonna say mapped type. Mapped to type. Oh, get out of here. Just get right out of here. Alright, so this is the property is mapped to type schema text, and we're good to go. Right? I don't know if I need to do this in a modal. What do we think? Do we need to do this in a modal? I wonder, you know what would be kind of neat? Is if we added another field, if we could do a link. That'd be kind of neat. Like, it'd be nice to be able to basically do we want to do that? Anyways, does this matter? I don't know. So I think if it's not mapped, it probably won't be enabled, right? Got some stuff mapped, schema text. Is Paul around? What do you think, Paul? Where are we? How are you feeling about this so far? Got this on change view, so this changes the view. We're just gonna do that for now. So this allows us, like, I don't actually remember what I did do here. Did I set these sort of things? We'll sort by the property, we sort by name, and all that stuff. So that's okay. That's working. Cool. I don't mind the select field. Would you ever need to select more than one? No, you can't. That's a great question, Mr. Anthony Skelton, and it's right here. And how do I spotlight message? That's what I wanted to do. That's a fantastic question. In our use case, no, because each one of these is going to end up being a pattern that gets injected. All fine. So that's what we want to do, I think. So yeah, I think we're good. So basically, if it's something's not mapped, it won't show up. Right? Paul, is there a way, here's a question. Like, are there required properties? And if so, is there a way to figure out what a required property is? Like, how can we, because I can see this is a lot of work, right? People have to come in and map all of this stuff, which is probably fine for now. I'm going to get rid of these actions. We don't need these actions. I don't think we need a modal in here anymore. I don't think we need that at all, because there's nothing that we're actually doing with actions. Do you need to set actions? It'll just be. Job posting schema. Okay. For free. Instead of Jabe64 is asking, instead of pattern, couldn't it be a custom post type, or as Automatic might call it, content model? What do you think about the new plugin, by the way? I haven't played around too much with the content model thing. It looks really neat, though. I know it's for WordPress.com, I think. Anyways. So the idea is here that we are going to build these out as patterns, so you can insert them where you want them to be inserted, and they're going to be sort of nested patterns. So in our job posting type, for example, for base salary, we have set to price specification. But if we go back, we can then this price specification is going to map to each type of block. Oh, that's an idea. Oh, that's a really interesting idea. Do we need to be able to determine what, like, map what type of block in here, or can we? We probably can't, because this is going to be a pattern, right? If it's okay, so that's schema text, so that's going to be a block. You know, this is schema text, that's going to be a block. Like, we know that this is going to be a paragraph block, basically. This will be a checkbox. Like, I don't know. Like, this is the thing. We need to be able to, like, I don't know, maybe we need to be writing some custom blocks here. But I think we're not at that point yet. Ooh. Okay. So what I want to do now is I want to maybe clean up the app a little bit. I think what I want to do is job posting. Let's see the default spec bar. Oh, wait. So, are we only targeting the Google ones? Okay. 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 Well, that's good to know. Okay. Cool. All right. So okay. So what was I doing? All right. All right. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. I want to add some stuff in here. So I'm going to. Can I do that backwards? No, I didn't do that backwards at all. I'm an idiot. What in the friggin' deuce am I doing here? No, like that. There we go. Woo! There we go. Okay, so the header thing is going to be okay. So what I want to do now is I'm going to Yeah, it's a good. That's pretty good. This is the information we have. All right. So what I want to do is I'm going to create a component, new file, call it header.js, and in here I'm going to do const header equals. All right, and then I'm going to just pass the yeah, sure. And then I'm going to pass pattern in here. Right, and then this should be able to console.log pattern, and then I'm going to export header. Then I'll import the header into my app. I didn't know you could do this import. Okay. I'll put this in here. No, I'm going to hide all this stupid testing, and then I'm going to plunk the header thing in here. Selected pattern, right? So that should give me the thing I'm looking for. Schema builder, now I can get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of that in my PHP, where I'm generating a page somewheres. And I don't have to delete this. I don't need H1 at all anymore. Put a little bit of padding in there. Let's hijack some classes in here. Schema pattern builder, but boom, DataViews wrapper. ID in, and it's going to be that, and sure, let's do that. That's hilarious. We're going to add this to my header, and we're going to go class name is going to be that. Let's just see. Oh, that certainly didn't work, did it? Be an ass. Oh, because I put a class, not an ID. Ooh, boy. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Advanced JavaScript Development, where I don't know how to do basic classes. That's super fun. Okay, that's fun. Okay, so the pattern, the pattern I have selected, right? So if it's null, what I'm going to do, so this is basically what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go like this. A little bit of this in there. And I'm gonna go if pattern, right? We're gonna go like that. We're gonna say actually making it an H2 is probably better anyways. So pattern, no, we're gonna go what was this? Site, what do I call this thing? I don't know the name of this thing. It's schema builder. Schema builder, and we'll go pattern title. That's just what we did. That's it. Sure. Why not? Oh, yeah, I'll do it this way. Interesting. Oh. What? That's right. That was right. But I need to set this to no. Test that, right? Slow down, builder. Scheme. I'm gonna set this back to a H1. There's definitely ways I can clean this up, I'm for sure. So schema builder. Okay, cool. So let's edit this thing. Boom. There we're in the about page. I need the space after that, I think. We'll do this and we'll add it. And we got schema builder about page. And then button components. Oh, yeah, okay, of course. That's what I need. Oh, what is the oh my god. Justify content. That's what I want. It's way over there. Maybe I don't want it way over there. But that's okay. I'm gonna get it working. So then I have pattern and I have on change. On change. On change. On change. On click. That's what we're gonna call it. So in here we're gonna go on click, and we're gonna run the on click function. No, what I'm gonna do is I have to actually set. Come on. So on click is gonna be a function that runs. Oh my god, I'm gonna throw my computer out the window. On click. Click, and it says no. So what this should do is this should I should be able to pass in the app. I'll be able to pass set selected pattern to the on click like that, and then when I click this, it should basically take me back to where I want to go. Boom, bam, boom. We did. Okay. So we got a very basic thing here. I wonder where we should put it though. I don't think I like it. Maybe the heck over there. Is it janky? CSS doesn't need to be sure. Let's see. Flexbox. I use it all the time. What are my options here for spacing? Let's see. Flex start. I need some padding around that. Top right. Well, that's the header. So inside of this, I'm gonna have a. So what I'm gonna do, is class name. Class name is gonna be fill back. Oh, that's gonna be on margin. Oh, that's nicer. Alright. Alright. I think what I want to do is I want to change my action in the all patterns because it's nested. And what we can actually do with our, sorry, what I'm saying is in our actions here, use a click to get that and then edit. So what I want to do is I'm going to change that to, I'm going to say icon is going to be edit, and it's going to be is primary is true. Now I know that because I looked up the documentation. So now when we get on this, so now we can just roll over this and just click that button, and the button's gonna do that. But what I want to say is I'm going to change it to I'm going to say set mapping. Set mapping. Set mapping. I don't know. Or edit mapping. Go back and say edit mapping. Maybe that's it. Edit mapping data. Edit mapping. Edit type. Edit property. Edit property mapping. Oh, that makes sense. How do we feel about that? So roll over this. We click on that. It takes us into the mapping. So all this stuff's not mapped. We can go back. We can pick a different one. We can do a search. We can look at job posting, for example. There we go. So we can edit that. I think that's nicer, right? I think that's much nicer. Okay, so we've got this, and now if we look at if we refresh this page now, we should see we have all these types. I still don't understand why that's like that. All right. Well, Titus and Lennis, thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm probably going to drop off sooner than later. I'm really feeling like we have this mapping sort of in place now. Feeling really, really good about this. This is a good precursor. It's a good place to stop because I'm going to be at WordCamp US next week, so I won't. There'll be no stream. I'm going to try to do some streaming from WordCamp US, but it'll probably just be like me walking around chatting with people. I'm going to give that a try, see what happens. So we'll see. It might just be a complete gong show disaster, but it might not. It might not. It might be great. It might be amazing. And if Corey's there, I'm gonna try to find everyone on my stream who is actually there. If there's anyone there from my stream. Yeah, is Extendify gonna be there? Nice. I will go. Why aren't they sending you? Aren't you like the CTO by this point, Kev? Aren't you like Super Kevin? Yeah, but they should be sending you. Who's going to be there? And have I met them already? I think I met one of your bosses at WordCamp US or WordCamp Asia in Bangkok. You seem like a cool dude. Anyways, I will definitely go and say hi to Extendify. I think on Arthur and Chris. Cool. Who did I meet at WordCamp Asia? Anyways, I'm gonna go say hi to them. But Anthony is going to be there, right? Mr. Anthony Skelton? Neater. Oh, so I didn't meet either of them, of those guys. I'm going to go say hi to them and tell them that they should fire you immediately. Yep, nice. Cool. Well, we're going to hang out. That's cool. I know Corey's going to be there. Is anyone else going to be there? Say hi to AM from me too. Who's AM? Well, I mean, I am internet famous, Kev. So, I mean, lots of people know me. Like, I'm just kidding. They know who I am? Or have we met and I'm just being a douche right now? Yeah. Awesome. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll go say to... I'm gonna be seeing a lot of people there. I'm pretty excited. I haven't gone to a WordCamp US in a couple of years, and there's a lot of people that I can like. You never stop talking about me. Oh God. Well, Kevin, I think we would be like best friends if we lived in the same city, like all the time. You'd be over here, and my wife would be like, "Oh, this guy again." God. I'm just saying. Just saying. Oh, Doug's not coming there. Well, that's okay. It's all right. Well, luck. Maybe we'll run into each other soon, at some point. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all heard about this, but Air Canada is apparently going on strike. Big deal. I had to rebook everything because it's annoying. Because like my flight was supposed to leave on the 16th, and it was going to go on strike on like maybe the 15th or maybe the 17th. So I could have been like in the air, and the pilots were like, "I'm out, parachute, gone." So, anyways, I'm flying with another airline now, so that's fine. That's good. I'm still gonna get my points, I think, my flight miles. Anyways, cool. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and push all of this code that we just pushed up there. Just from the September, what's it today? 12th? September 12th stream completed. Admin basics. Admin screen basics. Oh, I have an AD. Oh, look who's back.
I'm no scared of dolls.
Yeah, okay.
Get your regularly butt out here.
Yeah, I'm still missing you. Okay, get out of here. Do you want to come say hi to the internet? Okay. Get out.
Am I allowed?
Huh? Yeah. Just go.
Yes.
Just be gone. Every Thursday. Swear to God. Anyways, what I was thinking. Oh, hold on. I didn't actually stage it. Let's change it. What I was thinking here was that maybe I wonder if we should have all the schema like disabled by default. I don't know. Does that make sense? Because there's 900 of them. So I wonder if there's like, what makes most sense? The most sense. You've got 900 schemas. Your site's probably using 6. Do you want to have to go and disable all 888 of them? That's not right. That's not good math. 884 of them? Start the default and opt in. That's what we're going to do. I think that makes way more sense. We're going to do that. So to do that, we're going to get back into our schema. That makes way more sense because I do not let AI figure it out. You shut your face. So enable is going to be false by default. So, oh, what's this? Airdrop. Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna go to WordCamp US with a picture of Kevin, and I'm going to airdrop it to everyone I can. This is a picture of Kevin. This just says Kevin on it. I think that's the greatest thing, and I'll show you which picture. Actually, I can't do that. Kev will be really upset with me. Where is it? Like this, like that picture with like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. I just changed my mind. It's not cool. It's funny though. Okay, so schema builder. So this all comes in. I need a cardboard cutout. Yes, that's a good one. So now if we filter by status and we see the enabled ones, there should be... Oh, I need to change my logic. Do I need to change my... Okay, I need to change my logic. Let me get into that. Because what I had to do was... I I had to do some stuff. So because we had a default value, so the default value doesn't really come in, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to change this to false, right? Because we should see everything. Yeah, if I ever get it, yes. Can we please find a really awesome shirt? That would make me laugh so hard. So if I go to disabled, we should now, okay. So what I had to do there, let me just explain this logic. Because we have a default value, when we make the request, we don't always get, we don't get the default value back, right? So what I'm doing here is I'm saying the meta query is going to be whatever the value is, right? But if it's false, now we're going to do a meta query that has a relationship. So it's either going to be anything that has the value of false or the value of not exists. It basically empty, it's not in there. So this is going to get us, because the default value is now false, we're going to get all of that, right? So if I switch this to enabled, we probably won't see anything in there. Okay, so I do have some enabled, right? So turn all these off, set to enabled, right? We can see we've only got 5. I think that's way better. Do it that way. I'm super excited about this now. So excited about this. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna push that change up now. Make all patterns opt in. Okay, so we're gonna sync that. So next part is we need to we're gonna have to figure out some things. Some things. So the admin, I don't need. I'm starting to feel like this class is way too big, and we might need to do some stuff. Pattern list, and then do I have? Okay, so this is the insert schema. Is this actually being called anywhere? Insert schema. So what is the insert schema is actually creating the post types. It's not actually what that is. So we need to have a new. Okay, so this is not actually insert schemas. Yeah, this is insert schemas. Okay, process the pattern list. And then we're gonna need a new function that's not gonna insert the schemas. We're gonna need one that's basically going to be public function. This will be generate patterns, right? Generate patterns. And then here, we're gonna need to do a number of things. It's going to be generate the patterns from based on schema post type configuration. All right. So in this is just going to be like args. All right. And so we're going to need arts. Args is going to be an array. Big fat fingers. And the post type schema, right? And then we're gonna have a meta query. So what we want, the only things that we want is gonna be meta, right? You know, all the post type meta query, and we're gonna have it's an array, and it's gonna be array of arrays, right? And this should be key, right? Key. It's going to be enable. And it's going to be value. It's going to be true. And that should be all we need for that. And then let's go there. Why is it yelling at me? Right, because we just did that somewhere. Where did we just do that? Where did we just post that? Nope. So yeah, key value. Okay. And so this, and then this is going to be. Let's go. Query. It's going to be new. WP. So once we have this, I'm not going to do all this today. I don't think, but what? Oh no, args. Boom. And then obviously we need post type. We're going to need the posts per page is going to be, let's just set it to 100 for now. Right. That's an arbitrary number. What we can do is we can, did I spell that right? I did. Quick fix. Arbitrary, there we go. Arbitrary number. So this should give us, we'd be like if query have posts, right? Have posts, right? If it has posts, then we're gonna go query posts for each here posts as schema, I guess schema. Right. Okay. Oh, cool. So this is very similar to what we were doing in the insert schemas, right? So we can do all this. What is that noise? Something keep pinging me or banging me or wants something. I don't know what that is. Anyways, I lost my train of thought now. Okay, cool. So what we want to do is basically we're going to build out a pattern for each one of these things. So I'm gonna steal all of this just for now, and we're going to do a really rough. Where did that go? Down here, generate patterns. So if we have the thing, then we're gonna do this. I'm going to let's uncomment all this for now, and that too, and probably that because I think that's what my issues are. Well, some of my issues, not all of my issues, of course. I have many other issues. Many leather-bound books. Okay, so so we're going to do this now. So this is going to all completely change. So pattern name is going to be it's going to be schema. Did I lose the register? I think I lost a part of this thing. Can I uncomment? Nope. Okay, so that's HTML. Okay, I'm just gonna do some. Okay, all right. Anyways, where am I here? So this is gonna be super simple, but what I want to do now is I want to have it generate the patterns. So to do that, way down here at the bottom, I'm gonna just this loop's pretty complicated, so I'm gonna just do this a different way. Okay, so register block pattern, and it expects a pattern name, so it's gonna be, you say post as schema should be title. Oh wait, is it an object? Or I think it might be. Oh god, I can't remember. I'm just gonna say, you know what? We're gonna do this. We're just gonna do this. I'm gonna just highlight this for now. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say if whatever. All right. If schema. I just can't remember if it's a post or what it is, because I can't remember. I just can't. And now I'm not actually calling that. So generate patterns up in my hooks. In my hooks. I don't know if that's gonna work. We'll see. All right, so let's jump back over here. Here. So schema. What's schema look like? Schema is a query. No, sorry. Schema's DataViews post. Okay, so it is just okay, so it is title. So okay, I'm gonna do this, And I'm gonna stop that. So register block pattern is gonna be thing.title, ITLE, and then what else is expecting? Pattern properties, and I think I need to let's go to block pattern book. Register block pattern. Nope. Actually, block pattern. Okay. I'm just gonna steal basically this whole call, and I'm gonna do like that, and it's gonna be schema title. This is gonna be this. This is super rough, but we're gonna just do that, and this is going to be schema builder, and title is gonna be title, and I'll just go with that for now, and then just gonna make it as simple as content I can possibly do. Should be it's want super simple content, man. All right, well, let's see how much I'm gonna break it. How much am I gonna break it? I'm gonna break it a lot. It'll be fun. Let's go to editor. Let's go to just one of our pages here. Sure. Patterns. Categorized. Placeholder. What's this pattern called? Product details. Let's go back here and go to patterns. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna delete that. Delete. And delete. And delete. Okay. And for categorized, not synced placeholder. What is this one called? Oh. Here we go. Atlas, digital thingamabob, okay, stadium, and job posting. So that should now also match what we have in here for enabled. We've got 4 things. So I've got job posting, prevention, containment. It's cool. All right, so now we've got these patterns that are registered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. So that's registering those patterns for us now. So now we need to figure out the internal stuff, which is going to be a beast, right? This is going to be a big old beast. And the other thing that we're going to need to do is I want to register block category, which what did I do here? Register block category. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this right at the beginning before I run through any of that stuff. Right. This is going to be schema and builder. I'll call it schema.org. Sure. Get rid of that for now. So then the pattern should be in the oh my god. For how I register pattern, I should be able to see what is it? Categories array. Excellent. Excellent. So we'll come back over here now. I should have a schema, you know, see that okay? I should have a schema one somewhere, schema.org. I've got five things in there, okay. Ignore the contents for now because it's ridiculous. But these are the ones that we can do. So what might be kind of neat is if we say, all right, so here's the job posting one. What I'm going to do is duplicate it, and I'm going to call it my job, right? Then I can make it synced, and I can do that. But now I have my job, which is the starting point of this. So I think that's pretty powerful, right? And then now it's synced, and you can do whatever you want with it. That's really cool. Okay, I think this is a good place to kind of stop for now. But before I do, is there anything that we need to talk about? Right, so this is something that we're going to need to figure out. Right, we're going to have to map all this. Okay. I'm going to have to generate the HTML, right? So I'm going to say, I'm just going to make a thing and call it HTML. It's going to be, I'm going to basic or content, call it content. So it matches. I'll grab all of that, I'll plug it in there, and then content goes in here. Right, so this needs to be dynamically based on properties and their mappings. Oh, this has got me thinking now. Okay, so the problem here is we might need to add some things. Like for example, so let's look in job posting. So we're gonna edit job posting. So you can see right here we have additional type. That's text. Okay, that's cool. But we have base salary, which is using price specification. So price specification is not enabled. So it should be, I think once you enable one of these things, there should be a side effect that also enables whatever this value is. I think that's what we need to do. I'm going to put a note in there somewhere. Just select the pattern. So appetite, select on change. We need to enable the selected pattern if so that's an edge case that we need to figure out, because when we go to build this, we're going to want to we're only querying from the patterns that are enabled. So when we go to insert it, there'll be no pattern that we can retrieve the content from. Yeah, that's a bummer. That is a bummer. But we'll figure that out. We'll make that work. Y'all see that? Okay, cool. All right. Well, I think this is an excellent. Oh, and then I'm just going to push up changes. What am I changing it? Oh, yeah. So this is basic pattern generation. And notes. That bang, commit, sync, bang, bing bong boom. All right, friends, homies. I am going to let y'all go, but thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you all as usual. I won't. There we go. I like it. No stream next week because I'll be at work in US, but there might be some ad hoc ones throughout the week. So keep an eye on your notifications, if you will. And you're all great, and I love you all equally without reservation. And thanks for putting up with my kids dropping in all the time. But I will see you all in 2 weeks. I might see some of you next week. I might stream, like I said. But anyways, yeah, thanks, Jade64. I really appreciate you hanging out with us today and following. And I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna see if I can do a live stream from WordCamp US. It'll probably be off my phone, so I gotta figure out how that works. Maybe I can do something at Contributor Day. I don't know how long of a stream it'll be, but maybe I can figure out something on my laptop. But we'll see. Anyways, quit putting pressure on me, Kev. All right. Talk to y'all later. Y'all are great. Later. Bye.